Ayesha Curry went on a podcast and said that her relationship with Steph Curry comes before her kids.
You comes before my relationship with the kids. You would be disappointed in me as a mom.
Of course, I'll find a better mother.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Look at you.
Do something with it.
It's just money coming to me easily. Money coming in and needing me. Money coming in repeatedly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me frequently. Money coming in to be with me. Money coming in secretly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me easily. Money coming in and all day. Money coming in repeatedly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me frequently. Money coming in to be with me. Money coming in secretly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me easily. Money coming in and needing me. Money coming in repeatedly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just.
Hey guys, welcome back to All Things Jenny. I'm Jenny. Ooh, wow. You guys are really close. Let me back up. Much better. So Ayesha Curry, Steph Curry, or Stephen Curry? Steph Curry? Anyways, Ayesha Curry just made a statement basically saying that her husband, Steph Curry, is more important in the relationship. Not necessarily more important. Okay, let me not put words in her mouth. She said that her relationship with her husband comes before her children. So in my opinion, yes. Anyways. But okay, so I have two different answers when it comes to this. I agree with it, but then I don't agree. So before we start, I'm going to just start off by saying that I'm not a married woman, nor do I have children yet, but I'm a woman. And those two things are very possible in my lifetime, in my life, right? So I have an opinion, and this is my channel, so I get to say whatever I want. Anyways, it's my channel anyways. So in my opinion,
Ayesha Curry went on a podcast and said that her relationship with Steph Curry comes before her kids. Now, this is a topic that's been going around in the parenting, marriage, relationship community for the longest, and I feel like 50% of people agree with this and would say that your relationship with your partner should always come first, even before your kid. And then there's the other 50% that's like, absolutely not, my kids come before everything and anything. So this had people riled up all on Twitter, and let's talk about it. So the actual context of the podcast, she said that when they have a healthy, solid relationship, their parenting and household is better. So it sounds like the headline sounds worse than what she actually said. I do agree with that statement. I do think that when you have a really healthy relationship with your partner, you're happier, and that equals a happier home. Whereas if one of the two feels neglected and there's tension and arguments, whatever the case is, because you're not spending time together, you're not prioritizing your relationship, it does cause like a hostile environment, and that's obviously not good for your kid because you want a happy environment for them. Now, I just had my first baby in July, and I was someone who 100% agreed with the statement because my relationship with my partner was all I knew until I became a mom, and then I got to know my daughter, and now I'm like, absolutely nothing comes before my daughter. So to an extent, I agree with this, but my daughter comes before everything and anything. But me and my husband do prioritize our relationship to make sure we have a healthy and happy home. But this statement, and sometimes when I look on Twitter, I'm like, are you guys okay? Because the way you guys speak about your children and your partner is crazy, and like, it seems like you guys don't care about your children as much as you should. Like I said, I agree with this to an extent, but now having an actual daughter and child, nothing comes before my daughter. Nothing. Like, there's nothing I wouldn't do for her. There's nothing. So it's just weird. Sometimes I look on Twitter, it's not what she said specifically, but some of the people agreeing with her, I look on Twitter and I'm like, are you guys okay? Like, should you have children if you really strongly feel this way? I don't know, what do you guys think? Again, this is an ongoing topic I've seen, so let me know.
Story times are back, baby! Yeah! It is February, it is Love Month, it is Black History Month, so we are going to be doing a Love Month special that I like to call Love and Basketball. We are going to be talking about NBA couples that I admire from an athlete standpoint to a wife being a boss standpoint. we are not talking about white couples. I'm sorry, it's Black History Month. So our first couple is my favorite player, Stephen Curry, and his wife, Aisha. So Steph and Aisha Curry met when they were 15 years old, and they met at church, okay? They met through the Lord, because marrying somebody that you picked when you were 15 is crazy. Only God can do that. Aisha said when it comes to her first impressions of Steph, she used to think that he was so cute, have the biggest crush on him, and everybody's like, that's weird. He looks like your brother. Here's a photo of Aisha's brother. Only thing that him and Steph have in common are they both light-skinned. They do not look alike. And Steph and Aisha said in interviews that they have done tests to see if they're distantly related, and they're not. They're in the clear. Aisha was always involved in drama as a kid, and in drama class, they asked her to make a list of the requirements for a future partner. And in her list, she wrote in big letters, no athletes. And Aisha herself said, doesn't God have a sense of humor? Because not only is she with an athlete, she's with the athlete. Steph's first impression of Aisha, however, was that she was Canadian and he liked Canadian candy. And so he would ask her to be his candy plug and bring Candy from damn! So after high school, Steph went to Davidson to play basketball. Aisha went to LA to pursue her acting career. And Steph was at the ESPYs with his dad, Del. His father, Del Curry, was also an NBA player, so, runs in the blood. But he goes to the ESPYs with his father, and he's like, I've never been to LA before. I need someone to show me around. So he hits up Aisha because he remembered from high school that after high school, she was going to LA to pursue acting. So he was like, maybe she could show me around. Steph Curry is the greatest shooter in NBA history. He's a championship-winning, record-breaking phenom. People know him everywhere he goes. And it could be easy for Aisha to slip under his shadow. But we're going to talk about how she avoided that. Aisha Curry has been involved in acting for her whole life. This is her at 12 years old in Sugar Prince's music video. And she also worked in film and TV after high school. After marrying Steph, Aisha made one of her greatest decisions yet and started a food blog. This food blog took off so much that she ended up with her own Food Network show called Aisha's Homemade. The show was canceled after 13 episodes, but it ended up being a blessing in disguise because she started posting her recipes on YouTube, and that blew up. Okay, we'll continue in part 2.
In a marriage, do you think that the wife should put the husband's relationship first before the kids?
Kids should come first, of course.
The kids should come first?
Yeah, of course. For a priority for a man to kids too.
Because somebody famous just said that her relationship with her husband comes always before the kids, right? And I was reading the comments, and a lot of people are like, yeah, because the husband's a provider, that she has to make sure that he's really good so then they and the family can be good. But I'm thinking, why can't a wife have both relationships equally at the top?
Well, you have to balance. If you cannot balance it, you lose the husband.
Right. Right. Yeah. Right. But what I'm saying is, I even wrote in the comment that, as an adult, you should be able to balance both. But I would think that if I were to tell you my relationship with you comes before my relationship with the kids, you would be disappointed in me as a mom.
Of course. I'll find a better mother.
Cannot find anybody.
Aisha Curry says relationship with Steph always comes before kids. Let me take the hat off for that one. She is 1000% absolutely right. If all you bitches even attempting to come into the comments, read the Bible. Since y'all always praying to God and asking God for the wrong things, like asking them about your cars hitting and asking them not to get caught in the snow stealing, read the Bible and see what it really say. Y'all ain't ready for this conversation. Your significant other, your husband, your relationship, it comes before them begging, homeless, hungry all the time. Some of y'all go understand this. One day. Some of y'all won't, and some of y'all don't. Because obviously, you're not married or you're not deep into, that in your relationship, but you're going to understand it. I'm glad she said it. So maybe some of y'all will understand it. Next, we need to get Beyonce to say it. And maybe Sexy Red or something. Then y'all believe with him, I guess. But she's absolutely right.
Now, I know people are coming for her already, but in my opinion, let's consider how she was raised. Because this is the reason why I have two different reasons why I agree and disagree with it at the same times. So I grew up in a household in Haiti, not here, in Haiti, where it's like in most Haitian household, I don't know if they still do it here, but definitely in Haiti, the man of the house gets served first before the children. So therefore, if you're about to, the mom make food and everything before she served the children, the men get a plate first. And it was just something that was part of the culture. That's how we were raised. So therefore, you just assume that that's how it should be. And most people do it that way. Not necessarily because it's the right way to do it or the wrong way to do it, but most people do it that way, especially in Haiti or in the islands. Let me know if you guys are from somewhere else other than Haiti, whether or not you guys still do this. Now, in my opinion, for example, once I get married and I have children, obviously while we are married, my husband comes first, right? My husband comes first, at least if he's being a good husband, because if you're not doing. Now, I know people are coming for her already, but in my opinion, let's consider how she was raised. Because this is the reason why I have two different reasons why I agree and disagree with it at the same times. So I grew up in a household in Haiti, not here, in Haiti, where it's like in most Haitian household, I don't know if they still do it here, but definitely in Haiti, the man of the house gets served first before the children. So therefore, if you're about to, the mom make food and everything before she served the children, the men get a plate first. And it was just something that was part of the culture. That's how we were raised. So therefore, you just assume that that's how it should be. And most people do it that way. Not necessarily because it's the right way to do it or the wrong way to do it, but most people do it that way, especially in Haiti or in the islands. Let me know if you guys are from somewhere else other than Haiti, whether or not you guys still do this. Now, in my opinion, for example, once I get married and I have children, obviously while we are married, my husband comes first, right? My husband comes first, at least if he's being a good husband, because if you're not doing your husbandly duty, like the man was saying, talking about, if a lot of you all listened or read the Bible, you would know what she's saying is correct. Well, are you doing what the Bible says you should be doing, like being the head of the house? And taking care of all the bills and taking care of everything? Now, if you're doing all of this, you will come first. But let me tell you one thing, though. No one will ever come before my kids. In the house, in the respect and everything, us taking time for a date night, enjoying each other, to making sure the relationship stay fresh, always keeping your husband on his toes, keeping your wife on her toes, I guess, whatever that works for you to keep their relationship exciting. Meanwhile, the children are also still being taken care of. So I guess it is considered a balance thing. So you'd have to be able to balance it. But then you don't know how much stress someone can take or whether or not they can balance that life, So it really is depend on your situation, and how you were raised also depends on that as well. But with me, once I have children, no man is going to come before my kids. At the end of the day, yes, you're going to get the respect that you deserve as my husband, and you will get the attention and the respect, and also the, because they're basically like children. You have to basically, other than them doing their husbandly duties, everything else is basically like children. You got to tell them where to put the laundry in the laundry basket, even though it's right next to the one that they throw on the floor, or how to wash the clothes properly and not mix the white and the colors, stuff like that. But, I will still give you the respect that you deserve as a husband and all that stuff. But my children will come first, because at the end of the day, relationships and or marriages always ends two ways. Either you end up together for the rest of your life, right? Because let me tell you something. And I did just share part of Stephen Curry and Aisha Curry and how they met and everything. They've been dating since they were really, really young, okay? So apparently how they started off dating and then they went apart. She became like an actress. She went to California, became an actress, and they rekindled their relationship. So it could be considered, how do you call this? A twin flame what do you call this? Soulmate situation, if you look at it that way. But then again, a lot of people actually like to romanticize soulmate. So if you ask me, do I believe in soulmates, that's a different story for a different day. But in my opinion, they've been together for a really, really long time, and maybe they are hoping to be together for the rest of their lives. Usually that's not the case. That's not how all marriages happen, but people are hoping for that. And if your marriage gets to that part where your children grow up and they go their separate ways and, you know, start their own family, you're going to still have to be dealing with this person that, you know, you're married to. So therefore you still got to give them that love and care that they deserve as well while you're raising your children. But also your children also should always come first, you know, when it comes to picking whether between your children and a husband who's no good for nothing. If you have a good for nothing husband, obviously your children will have to come first, because those literally tied to you. They're connected to your blood, you know. So it's kind of, your husband is just a marriage thing that connects you guys together. Not your kids, they're connected to you through blood. So those kids have to come first. But then your husband also deserves the love and attention and all that mush mouth stuff that you have to do as a wife, you know. So I guess, I don't know. Because I come from a culture where the husband, even if he's not a great husband, as long as he's providing in the house and he lives in the house, when you do the serving guys, even if you don't want to, serve him first, because it keeps the peace in the house. You know what I mean? So a lot of people do it and they keep the tradition because it keeps the peace in the house. So therefore, sometimes, as long as your kids are not like suffering, you know, or going through it, of course, make sure your kids are good, but also your husband you gotta make sure he's good, because he's the one providing and bringing the bacon. Because if he's not good, then the bacon's not going to be brought. We need him to go to work and come back. So you know what I mean? Just kind of, it's just, and here I am giving advice. Not exactly advice. Take it if you want. Don't take it if you don't want. But those are things that I believe in. I think that it should be a balance thing. Yes, my husband's going to get the love and attention that he deserves and everything, as long as he deserves it. Here, the key word, deserve. And also, I should get the same in return, because if I'm not good, you're not good, the children are not good. So the mom has to be good, because she's the one that has to split that attention. Well, I guess the husband have to split his attention between the kids and the wife too. So yeah, the mom has to really, really be good, because she really have to be there, you know. The husband, he's there like 30% of the time, you know, because he got to work. And then he got to rest, you know. All of that. So anyways, yeah. So that's my opinion on it. Like I said before, I'm not a married woman, nor do I have children. But from being a woman and being alive and experiencing things and seeing from other people's experience and hearing from other people, because I do have a lot of older friends. So a lot of things I'm talking about, it's not necessarily through my experience, but through other people's experience that have expressed that to me. And I'm like, okay, well, this makes sense. This don't make sense. Okay, well, I believe that, you know, stuff like that. So I kind of just learned from other people's experience by like talking to people. People just seem to gravitate towards me, like to talk to me. So they like to tell me their business. I don't know why, but I guess I look trustworthy. But anyway, so yeah, it's just my opinion. So I guess you just have to balance the heck out of life, because at the end of the day, everyone is kind of just winging it. You gotta just wing it. Like my friend, someone who I know, who I knew. Oh, I know, I guess. He was having a kid, and he was like, you know, I don't know. I don't think he even asked me. I think we were having a conversation about him getting ready to have a kid. And I was like, look, there's no handbook to it. You guys gotta wing it. Just do whatever it is that you feel is it's great for the child and, you know, the safety of the child. Same thing with like getting married. There's no rule book to how to get married. That's why I'm like, when people talking about, oh, marriage is so hard, and I'm like, well, I'm sure it is, but you know, it's just, why are people making it so hard, you know? Just weighing the shit out of it and just enjoy your life, because we're all kind of just learning this damn thing called life all day, you know? So just do whatever makes you happy. But in my opinion, I would try to balance it out as much as I can. But at the end of the day, and the day's gotta end, my kids gotta come first. And if a husband feels like I would have to put him first above my children or my child, then you don't need to be here. That's not your place. You know what I mean, son? Yeah, I like I said, I'll give you the time of day. I'll give you the love and respect and whatever you deserve. But at the end of the day, you know, anyway, we're not talking about choosing between a husband and your child, but if that was the case, obviously my kids will come first. But anyway, so talk to y'all later. Love you for watching.